It is a new dawn for Africa's acclaimed largest political party, the People's Democratic Party, which says it violated no court order last year when it held a national convention in Port Harcourt. The party spokesperson, Dayo Adeyeye said this was because the Supreme Court ruled that there wasn't a specific court order stopping the convention. Adeyeye spoke in Abuja, where he also said that all decisions taken at the convention were legal.
The court said that the convention had the power, going by the relevant provisions of the constitution of the party, to set up a national caretaker committee. So this national caretaker committee, of which we have been honored to serve as members, was properly and constitutionally set up by the convention. These are fundamental decisions. Other minor decisions there were the fact that the former national chairman, acting national chairman, Senator Alimodu Sheriff, all actions taken by him from March 21st, when the tenure of Moasu should have been completed, were illegal. So going forward, I want to signal to APC that the PDP have come together and they will now see opposition in its true form. Going forward, virile opposition is what we are going to present to the APC. They should be expecting that. We have given them holiday for 2 solid years.
Well, a political scientist and public affairs analyst, Victor Ikeji, joins me now to share his thoughts on this very issue. Good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
On The World Now. So, were you surprised by the Supreme Court's verdict for the PDP?
Well, in all honesty, I wouldn't say I was surprised.
Okay.
I say this because, okay, perhaps today I'll be speaking more as a political scientist or political analyst, as the case may be, rather than just a political commentator. And that is to say that, you know, some judicial decisions are determined by political consideration rather than legal interpretations and guidance of the law. So, having said that, a disquisition in political science, law, and politics, you know, tries to examine the relations in the organization of judiciary in solving policy problems in a view to engender public order and economic development. Having said that, we probably can now understand the reason why the eminent justices took the decision which they did. And I want to believe that their decision is predicated on perhaps 3 very fundamental reasons.
Which are?
And of course, in the administration of justice, the intention of, you know, the court is 1, to achieve justice for the plaintiff, 2, to achieve justice for the accused, but more importantly, to achieve justice in the interest of the society.
All right, let's look at the party itself. For about 14 months, the party has been on a lull since the APC took over leadership in 2015. But now that the party seems to, well, gather its bit of a balance, when the Makrafi-led faction was given a victory as the sole chairman of the party. With this development of the PDP, are we likely to see a comeback of a party that was once a sleeping giant? Are we likely to see an opposition that could give APC a run for the 2019 elections?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I was trying to lay a background, you know, to this discourse. But since you have come to that, perhaps I could as well, you know, seize the opportunity to let you understand why I started, you know, with the decision of the justices and what their decision aims to achieve. You agree that since, you know, the emergence of this present dispensation, we could say we haven't had any credible oppositions. And I think the justices, having thought about this, perhaps realize that it may be very dangerous, okay, to have a political system that is devoid of any credible opposition. And of course, the disarray in PDP has led to perhaps the absence of any, credible, viral, or potent opposition. And any system, that is devoid of any credible opposition is probably not healthy, and of course, is a recipe for anarchy. So you also agree that, our political space have been lacking, in any sort of credible opposition. And the eminent justices, in their wisdom, perhaps realized that the McAfee faction is in the majority within the PDP, while the Sheriff's faction is in the minority. And giving the judgment, the other way around will perhaps prescribe the dissolution of PDP as a party.
And which is not good entirely for our political system.
And which is not good for our political system.
Oh, and let's look at the reconciliation efforts of the PDP, where McCarthy has extended an olive branch to Sheriff and all other members who had decamped to the APC to come back so that they can rebuild the party once more. Aside from this immediate plan of the PDP, since it won this election, won the case in court, what would you say, as a political scientist, should be the main focus of the party now, aside from the reconciliation efforts? What should be part of the party's plan now that it has this backing, as it were, that the McAfee-led National Caretaker Committee is the sole leader of the party?
Well, if I may go with the saying, the popular saying that once be seen, twice shy. I think if the PDP have anything to learn from history, then they will be wise enough to know that the best line for them to toe is the line of reconciliation. You remember what happened that led to the campaign of about 5 governors from the PDP, which, to my belief, significantly led to the loss of the election. So I think this is an opportunity for them, okay, to come together and then, devise a very, very constructive means for reconciliation. Bring all the parties together. In fact, I'm glad that the statements most of them, their chieftains, made yesterday was that there is no victor and there is no vanquish, and that they are all one family. So I think it will be in the best interest, not just for PDP, but for Nigeria as a country, that the PDP comes together, form a very formidable opposition, and then provide an alternative for the Nigerian, populace. Okay? And then this would throw up, a lot of competition. And this also could put APC on its toes to realize that it is not business as usual, that indeed there is a credible opposition or an alternative. So I think this would even bring a lot of vigor and, in our political space.
All
so
right,
I think
leave it
it
at
is
that
good.
moment for now.
Yes.
Victor Ikeji, political scientist and public affairs analyst, we appreciate your contributions
Thank you.
on World Now.
Thank you.